Hey guys, this is Real Appalachia with Shane.
And Melody.
We're back again with another. Y'all ain't gonna believe this one. I think things are growing on you, aren't they?
I believe they are.
Okay, well with this one, it's about the first white man who was killed in Tennessee. Before Tennessee was Tennessee, before the United States was really the United States. So this was 1765. But there's more to this story because people just won't leave this man, won't let him rest in peace. But we'll leave it on that cliffhanger. You look.
Wait a second. I was going to ask how you'd like to be the first white man killed in this kitchen.
How do you know that?
I don't. Anyways.
I'm not even going to touch that one. Let's roll that beautiful bean footage or whatever you like to say.
Okay.
This cul-de-sac is truly a dead end, and you'll find out why if you stick around, because y'all ain't going to believe this one. Duncan's Retreat is a fairly new subdivision just outside of Johnson City in the Boones Creek area. We'll take a look in here. At the end of the cul-de-sac here, you'll see some historical markers. I'll get out and take a closer look at them, but it's actually for the first white man killed by Indians in what is now known as Tennessee. So we'll get out, take a look, tell a little bit more about that story, but I'm going to give you a look driving around, and then we'll park and get out here in just a second. So right in front of us is the historical marker for Jesse Duncan, and he was the first white man killed in what is now known as Tennessee. He was scalped by Indians circa 1765. So let's take a little bit closer look at this marker, which I'm told is not necessarily the grave site of where Jesse Duncan was buried. Some people theorize that it's actually been moved, the marker has, and that his grave did not move with the marker. But to the right of him is a headstone for his wife, Elizabeth Dodge Duncan. And she was buried elsewhere for 187 years before she was actually moved to be buried beside Jesse in 1952. So that was after 187 years. A little bit closer look at the marker. Walk around here and read the inscription on it. I don't know if you can get a little bit closer look at that. It says, first white man that died in Tennessee killed by the Indians. This says about 1755, but everything else I've read says 1765. Let's take a little bit of a look at that. So again, he was captured and scalped. They came a little bit after the Daniel Boone party, and this was some of the first cleared land in the area. Take another look, you can see it's in a subdivision, partially wooded here, but there's also a lot of houses being built in this subdivision as well, so a beautiful place to live. I'm not sure if they can account for his grave. I don't know that I'd put a basement in, but beautiful area, beautiful day here. But I gotta say too, getting into a little bit of the story of how it got damaged, just a few years ago, just a handful of years ago, apparently some teenager jumped out and gave this thing a kick. I'll show you the video of it in a second. Just jumped out for no apparent reason. I don't know if it's part of the whole statue hatred that goes on, but anyway, apparently a guy, looks like a girl, but must just be an effeminate guy, comes out and kicks it over. And then later there's another video of what appears to be some younger girls trying to potentially fix it. So anyway, it did receive some damage and had to be repaired. Take one little look at that and get on my merry way, but I'll show you that video right now, that way you can see what had happened to it. So there you go, you can see he jumps and gives it a kick and then a shove, and then finally gets it over, and then runs away like the coward he/she is, and speeds off. And then later, some younger, appears to be girls, look and try to lift it up. Not sure what their relationship, if any, was to the perpetrator, but they have little success and unfortunately have to leave, and then fortunately it does get fixed later, so that's the good news, I suppose. But not a fan of people messing with monuments personally. And here my camera's jumping around, but there's another sign that says 2 1/4 miles east on a ridge north of the road is the grave of this pioneer who was killed and scalped by Indians in 1765. He was the first white man known to have been slain in the area. A monument marks the site. Alright guys, we hope you enjoyed that video. Kind of sad to how people will not leave this man and his wife alone. 250 years later.
I know it is. It's very disrespectful. I don't understand it. But,
Which parts are disrespectful? The scalping or the kicking his marker or both?
Let's go back to that question about you being the first white man to die in this kitchen.
As long as you don't scalp me. I like my hair too much.
Yeah. I'll leave that on.
All
I'll
right,
sell
then.
it as a toupee. Okay.
Lots of love.
Sorry for our dark humor. But anyways, we hope you guys enjoy us anyways and enjoy this
Suffer through.
video.
Yeah.
And we will see you on down the road.
I like that one. Okay.